Took a stall out of them pint bottles out Granny crib. I poured so much I ain't want to live. Told money then, shit we in the wind. I was in the hood when I clipped the bin. Since a young nigga I been ready. Went glass house on every Chevy. In this game I tried plenty settings. It's all or nothing. How niggas been. Got sucker niggas, keep suckers with them. One of the reasons I ain't fucking with them. Trish taking some more than her. Guess she couldn't even afford a winner. I'm open late, don't need a scale, and it's always open. Sneak wishing well, I double down, slick shit to spell. Shawty know I don't kiss and tell. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded. And I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded.
Okay. I think we finna drop that baby goat tonight. I ain't dropped it in a minute. We finna drop that baby goat, man. We finna drop that baby goat, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin, tell them plug live, and he running his mouth. La, you got them plain lays ready? Where that baby goat at, man? We intro mode.
I'm a master with the head. Don't let these social fool you. These nigga broke. I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Puff the blood, she called me daddy. And I'm screaming out no D. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good with my tongue. I know the night is still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know just how she like it tonight. She spicy. She added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fuck alike. So in the bed, I call them twin. I call them twin. Bed, I call them twin. Bitch, shoot a shoot. 1 + 1 that equal 2. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop for swoop. Either way it go, I'm gone. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brody them just got like 100 on them and they tryna get them gone. What you call it, wet? What's the name? And he put it in his song. Brody them got the purest powder, it's pink, you know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brody cut out, we sellin' brain, we hit the gritty. I'm feeling like a baby, I'm tryna get that milk about them titties. It's no question who young and the latest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh. Still her. I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I'll die by this lane switch. Shit, different type of free, so we ain't never got a tussle. Throw it back like Miss London, the sum of your life be hustle.
Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut live out. What we doing tonight, chat? What we doing tonight, chat? Charlie James said, good, be a rapper. I'm a failed rapper. You can buy 2 songs for $10 though. I do got a project, man. I did some songs a couple months ago. If you got $10, I'll send you 2 of them songs, man. I'm a failed rapper. Now I'm a political commentator, blogger, whatever you want to call that shit, man. Straight up, chat. But we got Trump meeting with Zelensky. Iran says they are at war with the U.S. Will 2026 bring peace? And we got Silver shooting to the moon. I see you, S, and say you would love to go to Cuba. What it do, Laurie? What it do, man? We finna get into it. We do got that Castanet situation still going on. We probably won't have time to talk about that. Not gonna lie. We got people in Ohio, Columbus, calling for Nick Shirley to come out there and expose the fraud, the same fraud that they exposed in Minnesota. Let's see. The New York Times has declared the word groiper as the #1 phrase of 2025. It beat out No Kings and 6-7. So what does that mean for groiper to be the #1 phrase of 2025? Right here, I got a miscellaneous clip. It's just a little clip. They talking about the biggest coons of 2025. Little funny shit, man. Also, we got Iran are saying the Iran president declares that they are at full-scale war with the U.S. and allies. Some more miscellaneous clips, and we're gonna hear from Nancy Pelosi. Miss Nancy Pelosi's ready to hang up her red bottoms, man. She's ready to hang those Christian Louboutins up, man, and ride out in the sunset, ride out into the sunset. Like I said, we'll get into that Trump Zelensky meeting, the questions. Bernie Sanders is talking about the oligarchy, and he's issuing a warning about AI. Also, we got a couple more miscellaneous clips. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin, tell them plug live, and he running his mouth. Purple Groovy 172, what it do? Purple Groovy, I hope you having a good Sunday over there now. Big Niche, hey girl. Who else in here? Anonymous, what it do? What it do? What's up, Ali from the Bay Area? We finna get into it, chat. This is a clip. They made a little edit of the biggest coons of 2025. So y'all give me y'all's biggest coon of 2025. I already watched this clip, and there's a couple people on the list that's not on the list that I thought would have made the damn list. I'm just gonna be real with you. They did the biggest coons of 2025, and they missed out on a couple of you niggas, man. I'm just gonna be all the way honest. They missed out on a couple of you niggas, man.
To the Uncle Ruckus Coon of the Year Awards. The award show where we celebrate the coolness of the coon. That's right. If you kiss the white man ass, you deserve an award. Who knows? You could be Coon of the Year. This year's nominees had me second guessing myself. Like I wasn't cooning hard enough. But no one coons harder than Uncle Ruckus. But we here to celebrate the new generation of coon. That's right. Stand up and celebrate them coons. This year's nominees are Jeff Mead, one of the hardest working coons in the business. He gonna edit the shit out your video to prove a point. Our next nominee got the nappiest hair in the game, Andre Williams. He got his ass whooped for cooning.
Oh, shit.
Look at the dedication. That nigga hair look like some burlap. And our next nominee is Officer.
Bruh, I'm not gonna lie. They did this nigga so bad, bruh. He said his hair looked like some burlap. So he got his slap out cooning, bruh. Now, this is the guy. I've seen him quite a few places. I think I seen him on Jubilee. I seen him out there with Nick Shirley one time. This guy right here is outside with it.
Andre Williams. He got his ass whooped for cooning. He laid his life on the line to be a coon. I mean, look at his dedication. That nigga hair look like some burlap. And our next nominee is Officer Tatum. He won't cry for his kids, but he'll cry for Charlie. Our last nominee is Terrence Williams. This nigga made some Trump chicken fry and pancake mix. Now that's cooning. Now who will be the winner of the Covenant Uncle Ruckus Coon of the Year Award? And the winner is, this is amazing, 2025 Coon.
Okay, who do y'all think got the Coon of the Year? Everybody drop their Coon of the Year right here, right now. Who is the biggest coon of 2025? Uncle Ruckus is finna get an award right now. Who do y'all think Uncle Ruckus is giving the biggest coon of 2025 to, man? If whoever gets the answer right, whoever gets the answer right gets a plug sack Zybag, man. I got some Zybags in there. I'll send a Zybag out to whoever gets this right. I'm going to count to 10. Get your answers in the next 10 seconds. If you get it right, you get a Zybag. 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm going to cut it back a little bit, man. Who's the biggest coon, man?
And pancake mix. Now that's cooning. Now who will be the winner of the Covenant Uncle Ruckus Coon of the Year Award? And the winner is, this is amazing, 2025 Coon of the Year is Nicki Minaj.
Oh my God, nobody got it. They gave it to Nicki Minaj, man, on this clip, man. Are y'all agreeing? Do y'all think Nicki Minaj is the coon of the year, man? Is Nicki Minaj now the coon of the year, man?
This is amazing. 2025 Coon of the Year is Nicki Minaj.
Alright, man. Do y'all think Nicki Minaj is the coon of the year, man? Yes or no, chat? Is Nicki Minaj the coon of the year? Alright, chat. So, this is a miscellaneous clip. I guess OG was trying to have a good time. He invited a lady friend over to his house. She ended up inviting one of her friends over to the house. And they set his ass up to get robbed, man. That's why I don't bring nobody to my damn house. That's why y'all can't come over here. Can't nobody come over here, man. I've been like that for a long time too, chat. I didn't just start this shit, man. Like, I don't let folks come to my house, man. Straight up, look.
They were running back and forth.
Get my gun!
In my front yard, trying to figure out how they could penetrate or try to go make the arrangements to get inside my house. I had invited a lady friend to come to my residence and spend some time with me, and we were listening to music, watching videos, and having a few drinks.
But he says that woman and another were plotting to rob him the whole time. Watch as the women go in and out of the home over and over. Then at least 3 men arrive at the door. One woman walks out. She then tells them to go away.
I was getting alerts from my phone that they were going down my door, and I realized that they was trying to rob me.
The 2 women were arrested, but the men are still on the run.
Trying to have a good time. Done met her, probably met her at the damn truck, damn parking lot over there where they parked them big rigs over there, the Loves. They was probably walking around outside that Loves. He done made contact with them, befriended them, you know what I'm saying? Probably locked it in, you know, a little $40, $50 rate, $60 rate, you know what I'm saying? He done called him over to the house to hang out and shit. She done brought her home, girl. He thought he was finna, you know what I mean, get the woo up the bam, 2 for 1. And, yeah, they set his ass up to get robbed, man. Quit bringing these motherfuckers to your house, man. Stop bringing these people to your house, man. Straight up, man. I'm not gonna lie, OG. You lucky you escaped with your life, man. 3 YNs that's hungry and shit. No, he an old school player, too. So he probably got some jewelry in there, man. He probably got a big herringbone chain and a nice little watch and shit, man. Listen, they was finna take your ass down for that shit, man. They was finna take you all the way down, OG. You gotta know better, OG. You gotta go to the telly or something, dude. Bringing these folks to your house. Still going on.
I hope you see this video. Please come to Columbus.
All right, so she begging Nick Shirley to come do his investigative research on the Somali daycare fraud in Columbus, Ohio. She's saying it's just as bad as Minnesota.
Shirley, I hope you see this video. Please come to Columbus, Ohio. The reporting you did in Minnesota was amazing. Thank you for that. And if you come to Columbus, Ohio, you will find the exact same fraud. You will see the exact same things. Daycares everywhere. The home health care. I mentioned that in my video. I do not have your bravery to go out here and knock on doors like you did. I don't even want to leave my room right now, okay? But you could come here and do what needs to be done. Please. Please investigate. Please talk to our government officials. And you see how the police escorted you out of that building? The Columbus police are on the same take, I am sure. Allegedly. Let me say allegedly before I got the Columbus police coming after me as well as the Somalis. It's a lot. In time, please come here. Investigate. You will find the exact same things. And the rest of the country needs to know that it is real for all you are doing. And please, please, please stay safe.
I don't know about I've never been to Ohio, especially not Columbus and Minnesota, but I'm not gonna lie, chat. I was in a Pizza Hut a couple days ago, and I seen somebody come in the Pizza Hut and order and didn't say a word, boy. Didn't say a word. Didn't speak a lick of English. Didn't say a word, man. Got their order, though. Paid for their damn order and walked up out there with that pizza, man. Straight up. This is crazy. She's calling for Nick Shirley to come out to Columbus, Ohio. What else do I got right here, man? I got something else. I got another miscellaneous clip. Oh, they saying that We'll talk about that when we get into the Iran and shit. We'll talk about that. Okay, so this is a lady right here. She says she worked 36 years of her life, man, and her Social Security check is like $800, man. She's saying how the hell is she supposed to live off $800, man? She said she paid into the system for 36 years, man, and she just left the Social Security office. They giving her $876, man. What the hell is she gonna do with that, man? Look at this lady, man. What the hell is she gonna do? Sack groceries or something? 876 bucks isn't gonna cut it for OG. I'm just gonna be all the way real with you. I don't know what they, man. That's like $220 a week, man. That's like $220 a week, OG. Not gonna lie, that's crazy.
Here I am today in front of the Social Security office trying to figure out why I only get $876 a month on Social Security after working 36 years and 10 years off and on, but 36 years straight.
So she done put in 46 years into the system, 36 years straight, and plus 10 years off and on, man, and she ain't getting a damn thing. $800, man, $876, man.
And raising 5 kids, and now I get $876 a month. What is that?
Thank you, Chris. She need to move to Minnesota.
Here I am today in front of the Social Security.
Yep, she need to move to Minnesota, man, or the Ohio, man, straight up, man, or California. She'll probably do all right in California, man. They'll get it together in California, man. All right, Chad, where else are we at, man? Where else are we at? Oh, okay. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna read this for y'all. This is Julie K. Brown. She posted. She said that somebody at the DOJ want to tell me why American Airlines booking information and flights for July 2019 are part of the Epstein files attached to a grand jury subpoena. As the flight itinerary includes my maiden name and I did book this flight, why was the DOJ monitoring me? So Julie K. Brown is a reporter. She's a reporter. She was one of the journals. It says Miami Herald journalist whose investigation led to the arrest of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. So this is the lady who said that her investigative journalism led to the arrest of Epstein and Maxwell, and said that her flights were part of the Epstein files. So she wants to know, why were they monitoring her at that time, man? All right, Chad, we'll get into this right quick. Nancy Pelosi is finna get ready to get the hell out the way, man. She's finna hang up her Christian Louboutin heels, man, and try to get behind the Democrats in another way. Let's hear from her. Let's see what Nancy Pelosi talking about. Hold on, why the hell?
AI side builder you need to me. This is
no, we not worried about no AI side builder, bro. We need to get you out my way. We need to get you out my way.
Whether you agree with her or not, there is no real dispute that Nancy Pelosi is the most powerful woman in the history of American politics. After nearly...
Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree Nancy Pelosi is the most powerful woman in the history of American politics? Trying to think, man. I guess Kamala made it to vice president. I guess she is.
A 4-decade-long career in Congress, Pelosi will retire from the House after this term is up. We caught up with her in Georgetown to take a look at her remarkable career and to discuss her advice to Democrats going forward. The conversation starts with a look back at her very first campaign. Back to the very beginning, 1987, you ran in a very crowded primary to represent San Francisco in Congress.
She was running for Congress in 1987, and she's still there. I wasn't even fucking born, Chad. She's been over there decision making, and I wasn't even a damn thought yet, Chad. I wasn't even a thought yet, man. Shit is crazy, man. We gotta put some term limits on this shit, man. We gotta put some damn limits on this shit, man. It's no way she has been serving damn near 10 years longer than I've been fucking alive, bro. That's crazy.
It was close. That race was close. What was that like?
It was not any closer than we had anticipated. There were 4 elected officials in the race, and
She 85? Man, I'm not gonna lie. If she's 85, either they doctored the camera up to make her look damn alright, or something that's going the fuck on, because she not aging like milk. If she's 85, and I ain't seen her walk around or how mobile she is, but at 85, man, I expected her to look shriveled up like a raisin or a prune or something. And then all the stress she's going through, being a Congress senator, being in politics for 40 years straight, and you're 85 years old, it don't look like it, man. You couldn't tell just by looking at her.
I had never run for public office and the rest.
Oh, she got $100 million. That's why you saying she don't look like it. You saying she done had surgery. I see that other word y'all putting in there. Okay.
But I'm a big believer, and that's my Baltimore experience too, is you have to own the ground to win the election.
And ABC News interviewed you the day before the primary.
I see it as a race to represent San Francisco, and I think the issue in the campaign is who can do that job best. Effectiveness is the issue.
Like, look at the damn camera quality, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. This shit is like, I wasn't even born in 87, but it's still like nostalgia. I like that camera quality, Chad. When I see videos and shit like that, it just makes, I don't know, Chad. I like that kind of video footage, man. Look at a young Nancy Pelosi. Who would have thought that she would be damn on Capitol Hill for 40 years, man? Who would have thought she would have been there for 40 years and made $100 million, man? Y'all see her? She got the same color hair with the little curl in it, man. A little bounce in her damn hair, man.
Issue.
Your slogan at that time, as you remember, "Keep Pelosi a voice that will be heard."
Funny, isn't it? Isn't that funny? That I would become Speaker of the House, and of course my voice would be heard, but I never thought of that.
Along the way, Pelosi became the first woman to serve as party whip and the first woman to be minority leader.
Yes, you know, I'm not finished yet. I've been waiting over 200 years.
In 2007, the first...
Fuck she mean she been waiting over 200 years for this, man. When they say shit like that, that make me think of the reptilians and shit like that. I'm not trying to hear nobody say they been waiting 200 years for nothing. How the fuck have you been here for 200 years, man? I don't take that shit lightly. They are hee ha ha jokes and shit, man. I heard about them sleeves and them skinwalkers and them reptilians and shit. What the hell do you mean 200 years you been waiting on this?
Yes, you know, I'm not finished yet. I've been waiting over 200 years.
In 2007...
The fuck is she talking about?
...to hold the Speaker's gavel.
The House will come to order. I actually never intended to run for leadership. That's what's so funny about this, because I love my committees, appropriations, intelligence. I have 30 years of intelligence while I'm there. And then we lost in 94.
Man, I don't know, bro. I'm looking at her skin, man. Y'all talking about she 85, man. And now she talking about she been waiting 200 years for this shit. Y'all saying vampire and reptilian. Y'all saying it's a joke. I don't know, bro. $100 million, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm still up in the air, man. If this lady's a lady, man, or something else, bro. I don't know. Allegedly.
96, 98, and it's coming up to 2000. I said, you know, being a party chair, I know how to win elections, and I'm just tired of losing.
Talk about your relationship with Trump, because there were some real defining moments, and certainly some...
Yeah, I know it was a joke how long it took her to get where she was at. I know, I get the joke, but maybe it was like a pun, a double entendre. I've been waiting 200 years for this shit. Like, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? The people who've been around here some hundreds of years and shit, they caught the joke. I don't know now.
In the cabinet room, there was you ripping up his speech in the State of the Union address, the Oval Office meeting with you and Chuck Schumer, where you really get into it with him. What is your...
See, this is what I don't get. See, it's like all y'all want to come in here and get the Bible thumping and stuff like that when I'm on live. Y'all love the Bible thump. And when we get to talking about people living 200-300 years, y'all say I sound crazy and I'm losing my damn mind and shit. Go back to the Bible. Wasn't people living for hundreds of years in the Bible? Didn't something have to happen for people to stop living that damn long? Come on now, but I'm doing too much. I'm crazy as hell, man. Yeah, hell no. Y'all ain't finna gaslight me tonight.
Advice to Democrats on how to handle Trump.
Well, let me just say this first. All those you mentioned were spontaneous. We went to the cabinet room to have a meeting, leadership and the leadership of the executive branch on security and the rest, and it was a horrible meeting. I think those people must have been embarrassed. If you look at the picture when I'm looking at them, they've got their heads down.
You see General Milley's kind of looking down.
But what, you know what I'm saying when I go out the door?
What?
I'm leaving here because I've had it with you, Mr. President. With you, all roads lead to Putin.
And they put that picture out.
Yeah. We're not even allowed
They put that picture out and said, Crazy Nancy's unhinged, or whatever they
no,
said.
they didn't. A big favorite was I get more requests to sign that picture. People like the tearing up of the speech. I didn't intend to go to speech to tear it up, but I just, the first part of it, I tore a page because he was lying. And then the next page, and then the next page. I thought it was a manifesto of lies all throughout. So I better just tear up the whole speech. Now, the speeches are on strong paper. They're on, so you have to do it a few times to get it done. But I had no intention of doing it. I thought my staff was going to die.
But throughout all that, was there ever a moment where you thought you could actually work with Donald Trump? Actually,
yeah, of course. I mean, when we have an election, elections are elections. You respect the results, and we try to work together.
So if the Democrats win the House back,
no, when the Democrats win the House back, then we will.
So how does the next Democratic Speaker of the House deal with Donald Trump? What would be your advice? You've been
be
there.
yourself.
You've done it.
Just do your own thing. Just be yourself. Hakeem Jeffries is ready. He's eloquent. He's respected by the members.
Hakeem got some media growing to do. Now, when it comes to what's going on behind the scenes, people know more than I do. I've never claimed to be an expert. But as far as media training, as far as Hakeem getting out there and being an orator, being a good speaker, he stutters a lot. A lot. He talks too fast. He doesn't slow it down enough. His voice is damn near annoying. Like, I don't know. He just has to get it together.
Unifier, and he will have...
You have no doubt it'll be Hakeem Jeffries. And I mean, do they go into investigations? Do you have more impeachment, another impeachment round, or do you try to deal with him and get something done on all the other issues?
Get something done with him on all the other issues?
Yeah.
Well, I think what you do is it's hard to get something that he will sign because that he is. But you can hold up some of the things that they may put forth. Of course, they have the power of the purse.
Yeah.
They have the power of the purse. He cannot. But right now, Republicans in the Congress have abolished the Congress. They just do what the president insists that they do. That will be over.
So that ends as soon as you have a Democratic
That ends as soon as we have the gavel. I'm not, in terms of impeachment, unless you have a...
Yeah, they finna try to impeach, man. They finna try to get Pam Bondi the hell up out of here. They finna try to get Trump the hell up out of here. Thank you, Lala. I see you said Google third world. Like, I know what a third world country. You want me to give you the Google definition? I will. Third world country. All right, let's give him the Google definition, man. Term third world country originated in the Cold War to describe nations that are not aligned with either the United States, first world, or the Soviet Union, second world. These countries, typically in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, were considered politically neutral. Over the time, the meaning of third world has evolved. Modern usage is often used to describe economically underdeveloped or developing countries, particularly those with high poverty rates, economic instability, and limited access to basic human needs such as clean water, food, and shelter. Somewhere I'm not trying to fucking go. Just gonna be honest.
One person who was responsible for the impeachments of Donald Trump
See, third world, see, a lot of these terms are nuanced, Diego. A lot of these terms started off meaning something, but over time, the meaning changes. Just like woke. Woke started as one thing, and over time, over the last decade, it's changed to mean some whole other shit. Just like MAGA. MAGA started off as one thing, and now it's changed to some whole other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be all the way. Third world, it looks like it started off as some one shit, and over time it's changed to some whole other shit, man. That's what happens with time. Things change, people change, and feelings change too.
Trump. It's not something you decide to do. It's what violation of the Constitution he engages in. So that's
What's
not
up,
something
Sean?
to say, oh, we're going to impeach him. Well, but you can have the power of subpoena to get information from these agencies of government who are not supplying any information.
You had many highs as Speaker. The darkest day must have been January 6th.
Absolutely.
Amazingly, daughter Alexandra is with you.
You said I'm not interested in going. Why the poll? The poll is to see what my viewers, what the viewers are, how they're feeling about going to a third world country. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you. Octavia, nah, I'm not trying to go to a third world country. Anywhere where it's hard to get clean water, I don't need to be over there. I'm just gonna be all the way honest with you. Yeah, I'm not up for it. It's some places in America I don't want to visit. Like, I'm just gonna be all the way real with you. It's places I say all the time. Like, my partner Puzzles, he from Philly. I tell him all the time, like, bro, I'm not coming to Philly, bro. Like, I ain't got no business in Philly. Baltimore, like, I ain't got no business in Baltimore. Like, if I want to see some shit like that, I can go to Little Rock. I'm just gonna be honest. Little Rock is right up the street. It's places that I just don't got no business going, and I'm not gonna go.
She was there. She took her sons because she wanted them to witness history. She took them when they were little babies to the day we passed the Affordable Care Act, and then this was going to be you witness history. The certification of the Electoral College is a big deal. It's a historic occasion.
I am gonna leave the U.S. I caught a felony pretty early. We call it an F on our record down here in Arkansas. I caught an F on my record pretty early, but I just got my record sealed, so I can move around now. You know what I'm saying? I really can move around now. But when I move around, I'm probably not going to a third world country though. I'm just probably not.
So that's why she was there.
She was there, and she's always got a camera with her.
She always has a camera. That's a different story. It's almost attached to her.
The remarkable footage her daughter Alexandra captured featured in the 2022 HBO documentary Pelosi in the House. She is there right with you as you are whisked out of the Capitol. The leadership is being evacuated. The documentary captures the intensity of the day.
There are people with guns trying to get into the House chamber.
Speaker Pelosi pleads with military leaders to send in the National Guard.
Just pretend for a moment it was the Pentagon or the White House.
What's going through your head when we see the pictures? We see the anguish. We see what's happening to the Capitol. What's going through your head?
It's clear that the President of the United States had incited an insurrection, and we begged him to send the National Guard. Typical of him, he never represents the truth. He said, I was going to send them, but they didn't want it. Get out of here. Even Mitch McConnell was on the phone with us saying, get them here right away.
Yeah.
But they never sent them. This was one of the sad things. January 6th was really sad of itself. But the sorrow of it also springs from the fact that this president is trying to rewrite history, have a different narrative of what happened that day. And what I saw that day was these people coming, and they were going to have a bullet in my F-word head, and they were going.
I'm gonna keep it real. If Gavin Newsom taps on somebody like Grant Cardone, bro, the Republicans might be in fucking trouble. I'm just gonna be all the way real. Now, Gavin Newsom has a chance depending on who he chooses as a running mate. If he comes out of the primary as Gavin Newsom, he picks a motherfucker like Grant Cardone, bro. I'm just gonna be honest. I know y'all gonna say it's unconventional, no plug. That sounds crazy. If they want to win, I don't give a fuck about how it sounds, what it's looking. If they want to win, they gonna have to get somebody like Grant Cardone, bro.
To hang they had a noose for the Vice President of the United States. They had Confederate flags under Lincoln's dome, the dome that Lincoln built. They're in there, they're defecating on the floor, they're insulting the people who make the Capitol nice, and of course, they beat up the police. And he's trying to convince the American people, and his toadies that go along with him are to that. And that's why we just cannot let that happen. That's what happened that day.
I know y'all said Cardone is a joke, but Cardone is going to pull in a lot of marketing. He's going to save a lot of marketing dollars. Like, if Kamala would have picked, if Grant Cardone would have said yes to Kamala, he probably would have been her running mate. Y'all got to go see Grant Cardone talk about that. He said Kamala asked him to be the running mate, but he was like, nah, he's just not really a number 2 person. He didn't, like, if y'all look at the timeline, Cardone sold the Mavs right before Kamala's campaign. Right before Kamala's campaign started and shit, like that's when Cuban sold the Mavs, man. He was thinking about making a run for it. It sounds crazy, but we're in 2025. If they want to win, they're going to have to do something, man. Straight up. Straight up.
Horrible. It was an assault on the Capitol, the symbol of democracy to the world. It was an assault on the Congress, the day we honored our responsibility under the Constitution to certify the Electoral College, who was elected president. It was an assault on the Constitution of the United States. Horrible.
And we see what happened. They break into your office, they break things, they steal things. They're trying to find you. And when you, Alexandra, once again, your daughter is with you when you come back into the Capitol, and you said something. You said,
Just too sick at what he did to the Capitol and to the country today. He's got to pay a price for that.
Has he paid a price for it?
No, he's president of the United States now. But he'll pay a price in history. What really was bothering me at that time.
Rick, this is why. All right, fuck what Nancy Pelosi talking about with that January 6th shit. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't really care about what you're talking about. Lala, I think they did take a shit on her desk, man. I think they did take a shit on her desk. But this is why you said that, Rick. Let me pull this chart up. All right, man. All right, Rick. That's why you came in here and you said that I live in a red state and food prices have not gone down. Food prices probably have not gone down, but even if they had, you see this right here. The dollar has lost about 10% this year, man. The dollar has lost about 10%. We got silver cracked $75. I think it was like $77 when I had looked, man. We got gold at like, what, $4,400. Silver cracking $75. The dollar is down 10% this year, man. So every time, every $100 that you were spending in January is spending like 90 right about now. That's why it doesn't feel like food prices are down, man. Every $1,000 you spending is spending like 900 right about now, Rick. It's fucked up out here, man. We got to get this shit together. We got to get this shit together, Rick. That's exactly why right there, Rick, man. Call it bad boy inflation, man. We got the dollar down 10%. We dealing with a lot of shit right now, man. We got wars all around us, man. We got potential war with Iran and Venezuela. Here we go. Let's pull up this Iran shit. But that's why, Rick, the dollar's down about 10%, man, since the beginning of the year.
Foreign policy, and I do want to stick with that topic here as we are now at 9:02 on the East Coast and 6:02 on the West Coast. Take a look at this here as Iran's president saying this weekend that his country is in a full-scale war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe.
Now, I'm not going to lie. This is not Iran's supreme leader, but this their president talking about we're in a full-scale war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe. They don't want our country to remain stable. And you know what, chat? I can't even be fucking mad at them because we know what Trump said. We had the B-52s or the B-2s fly over, did the most precise strike we've ever seen, dropped them down the tunnels and totally obliterated their nuclear, set them back 20 years. Just so happens they're right back to being a couple months away from having the damn shit again. I don't know how, I thought they got set back to, but we have dropped some damn bombs on their nuclear facilities. So when they say that they are at a full-scale war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe, I can't even be mad on them for saying this shit. We drop bombs on them. It is what it is.
By President Masoud Pezeshkian were published on the website of the country's supreme leader, Khamenei. He says, in part, quote, "We are in a full-scale war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe. They don't want our country."
No, I'm not from Jersey, Aladdin. I'm from the deep south. I'm from the deep south. The deep south, the real south.
Remain stable. Now, this was just a portion of this and is a much larger statement that was made. Now, I want to pop this up on your screen as well, a live look over Mar-a-Lago, as these remarks come just ahead of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's meeting with President Trump there in Florida tomorrow. Iran's president also quoted as saying this war is worse than his country's.
So I seen Marjorie Taylor Greene. She tweeted out and she was like, Ukraine today, Israel tomorrow. Can we just be America first, please? Can it just be America, please? You know what I'm saying? MTG had a lot to say about this. Like, look, man, you meeting with Zelensky, you meeting with Netanyahu, you need to be meeting with some fucking Americans, man. We got some shit over here we need to get together.
War with Iraq that was back in the 1980s. To help break down exactly what this means, I do want to bring in a friend of the show. We do have Javed Ali, Associate Professor of Practice at the University of Michigan's Gerald R. Ford School of Public Policy and a former senior U.S. government counterterrorism official. Thank you so much for taking the time, as always, to be here with us.
Josh, nice to be with you and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. And I did want to ask you here first.
Dorsey, Indiana is the Midwest. I just told y'all I'm from the deep south, man. Indiana is clearly the Midwest, man.
Saw that quote, of course, translated there, and essentially it translates to quote-unquote full-scale war. What do you make of that, and what does Iran's president mean that there is a full-scale war with the U.S. and allies?
Really interesting set of developments with the statement by the Iranian president, and if the translation is accurate, and if the term or the phrase really is full-scale war, clearly Iran is not mobilized for that, at least not yet, in terms of going on some kind of offensive campaign against its neighbors in the region, or even Israel a little further afield. And certainly Iran cannot touch the United States directly from a quote-unquote war perspective. So why make this kind of aggressive and bold comment now? As you mentioned at the top of the segment, it could be a way to send a message for the meeting tomorrow between President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu. I think they'll just, if anything, shrug it off, because clearly Iran is in a much weaker position than both the U.S. and Israel. But the fact that the statement was published on the Supreme Leader's website, I find that to be pretty fascinating, because in recent, or in other times in modern history, when you had an Iranian president and the Supreme Leader, whether Ayatollah Khomeini or Khamenei, sometimes there had been daylight between those statements from the president and the Supreme Leader in terms of Iran's foreign policy, and it's always been directed by the Supreme Leader. So the fact you have this really bold and aggressive statement by the president posted on the Supreme Leader's website tells me that they're in lockstep, at least in terms of the messaging, but I'm not sure there's an actual or operational threat, at least right now.
Looking at that translated statement right there, as you said, it's loosely translated, but as of right now, it says full-scale war, and we've also seen other translations that say total war, which is just kind of another way to refer to it. Now, does this differ in any way from what we've heard from Iran's president's previous rhetoric about the U.S.? Because we know there's been tension there. That's nothing new, but are these statements that he's made that are this powerful previously?
There have been other Iranian presidents, in going back previous years and decades, who also made similarly belligerent statements, but almost always those statements haven't really been backed up by threats. And at the end of the day, the Supreme Leader is the one who calls the shots for Iranian national security policy. The Islamic Revolutionary or Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps reports to him. The intelligence and security services report to him. They don't report to the president. So when Iranian presidents make these statements, they're more at the political level, but they're not really an indicator of the actual national security direction or policy of Iran, because, like I said, those decisions and the sort of organizations in Iran that carry out these national security missions, they are under the control of the supreme leader, not the president.
Quite clear where the nuclear talks stand between the U.S. and Iran. Do you think that a statement like this...
Hey, chat, I need everybody to subscribe to the channel right quick. A lot of y'all come in here forget to subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. We're 25 subscribers away. Double tapping the screen is how you support the channel for free, man. Appreciate everybody.
Has any sort of impact overall on those talks if they are still kind of ongoing behind the scenes?
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of media reporting about the state of any resumed U.S.-Iran nuclear negotiations, even if they're not doing it face-to-face, but through intermediaries or proxies since the summertime. Maybe there was some early indications of that, but at least the past few months, it doesn't seem like there's been much momentum. And going back to the summer with Israel's 12-day war, and then, as we all remember, the U.S. involvement with the series of strikes against the 3 key Iranian nuclear facilities. Not clear what the status of Iran's nuclear program is. Is it truly set back years, if not longer? And those are the statements made by President Trump and other senior U.S. Officials. Or have they quietly been working to rebuild some aspect of their nuclear program? Probably not on the weapons side, but at least enriching fuel or preserving the fuel that wasn't struck during the campaign in the summertime. So these are all questions that are not clear to any of us on the outside looking in, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of momentum on the nuclear talks right now.
What is the significance of mentioning in his statement there the situation that took place back decades ago between Iran and Iraq, and saying that this is worse than that? What is the significance there?
Yeah, that is another interesting comment, and if your viewers remember, some perhaps don't if they're younger, the Iran-Iraq War was a terrible, terrible war for both sides. Estimated casualties of probably at least 1 million on the Iranian side over that 8-year war, and probably 500,000 on the Iraqi side. And again, we may not know the actual numbers, but both countries suffered greatly in terms of the loss of manpower. The front lines of the war actually didn't move that far on either side of the Iran-Iraq border, but it was basically trench warfare, kind of to a degree what we're seeing in Russia and Ukraine, although obviously not with the modern technology that's been going on. So the human cost of that war was terrible. I don't think that has been the case with even what Israel managed to inflict on Iran over the summertime. So that seems to be more perhaps the statement of what's going on now being worse than the Iran-Iraq war. Maybe that's just more to kind of mobilize domestic political sentiment in Iran and to get the Iranian public to sort of rise up and sort of rally around the flag. But in terms of the costs of the war, I mean, that was a much worse going back 45 years ago, or almost 50 years ago now, versus what occurred over the summertime.
Go back to the statement here made by Iran's president. We know that President Trump tends to respond to things like that on Truth Social and maybe during interviews. I have a feeling he'll be asked about the comment today by reporters who meet with him there at Mar-a-Lago as he's meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky. But as far as any sort of escalation, does a statement like this potentially lead to any kind of escalation in tensions between two sides? Talking, of course, about the U.S. and Iran.
Tensions between the U.S. and Iran and Israel are already very, very high. I don't think there's really been a de-escalation.
Appreciate that, Dorsey.
The summertime. So based on these very provocative and belligerent statements by the
appreciate that, Brandon.
On the Supreme Leader's website, like we talked about earlier, President Trump may respond to it with similarly forceful language. He's obviously done that in the past, but I don't think it's going to lead to an actual military showdown between the U.S. and Iran. And I would also have to believe both on the Israeli and the U.S.
All right, let's check the markets, chat. Let's look on Polymarket right quick and see what are they pricing in that we go to war with Iran. Let's see what they got it on. War with Iran. U.S. officially declared war with Iran 2025. It's less than a 1% chance. That was as of 2 months ago. Let's see if they updated. The U.S. will declare war on Venezuela by 4% chance that happens by June 30th. 4% chance that happens by June 30th. Trump invokes war powers against Venezuela. There's a 14% chance he does it by January 31st. Okay, they're pricing it. It's a 91% chance that Trump will say Hezbollah tomorrow with Netanyahu. That's crazy. All right, Chad, let's get back into it.
Aside for months, there has been, I would have to assume, a relatively
What's up, Carlos?
significant intelligence collection and analysis enterprise geared towards looking at what is the state of Iran post the campaign from the summertime, and if there are any indicators that Iran truly is mobilizing to be more aggressive or take offensive action in the region or against Israel or against U.S. interests. I would have to believe my former colleagues in the intelligence committee are looking for signs for that, and that would also be related to President Trump, when he needs to know those insights. So again, I have to think the U.S. has a pretty good sense as to what's going on with Iran's sort of maneuvers or steps towards mobilization, but the rhetoric right now seems to be just that, rhetoric alone.
Javed Ali, thank you so much.
Yeah, I seen where Trump said he's the first Jewish president. I seen that clip where Trump said he's the first Jewish president. He said, it's true, it's true.
With 2025 almost in the books, it's time to take stock of the very tumultuous first year of President Trump's second term and what it means for 2026 and beyond. Trump has transformed the country in countless, often unprecedented ways by barreling through boundaries and at times ignoring the limits of the law, slashing the federal government, issuing sweeping tariffs and sparking a global trade war, cracking down on immigration and targeting political enemies, and so much more. But first, how are voters feeling about his presidency so far? Let's begin with CNN chief data analyst Harry Enta to walk us through what the polls say and how they've changed.
Hey, Manu, look, 2025 was not exactly the best year for the President of the United States. He started off in pretty gosh darn good territory, right? Trump's net approval rating in January, he was 6 points above water, pretty much above where he was during his entire first term in office. But look what happens come December, 12 points underwater, way down there. That is an 18-point decline during the course of the year. Now, what has driven Donald Trump's decline in his net approval rating? Well, it's independents. That is the name of the game, baby. Look, in January, Donald Trump's net approval rating among independents was about even. -1 point. Not too hot to trot, but not too bad either. Now, we're talking about 43 points underwater come December. That is a decline of 42 points on his net approval rating. Donald Trump is hanging out with Jacques Cousteau. That is how far underwater Donald Trump is with independents at this point. Now, what issues are driving this decline in Trump's approval rating, his net approval rating? Well, let's look at two of the key issues, right? The economy, the reason that Donald Trump was elected to a second term back in January, he was in pretty good shape at +9 points on the net approval rating. But look, come December, 16 points underwater. That is a decline, doing the math quickly here, of 25 points for Donald Trump on the key issue of the day, the economy, the reason he got a second term. And then, of course, immigration, which Donald Trump has really focused in on during his second term in office, something he has been focusing on since he first ran for the presidency all the way back in 2015. Well, in January, he was 9 points above water on the issue. Now he's 6 points below water on the issue. So on the key issues of the economy, inflation, going in the wrong direction for Donald Trump. Now, there is a bit of good news, or at least some solace that Donald Trump can take when you compare him to other 21st century presidents at this point in their second term. Look at their net approval rating. Trump is 12 points underwater, but Barack Obama right nearby at 11 points underwater. George W. Bush also right nearby at 10 points underwater. So you see this, hey, Trump isn't doing so bad. But here's the key nugget to keep in mind. Their parties, Barack Obama's and George W. Bush, both suffered major losses come the midterm elections in their second term. Why? Because, take a look here. Okay, term 2, negative net approval ratings at this point. Did they go positive by the midterm elections? In Barack Obama's case, no, it didn't happen. His party lost control of the Senate, suffered major losses in the U.S. House of Representatives. George W. Bush didn't go positive either by the midterm elections. His party lost control of the House and the Senate. And then, of course, all the way back in 1973, going into 74, Richard Nixon's net approval rating was negative. He was actually forced from office before those midterm elections, and then his party suffered major losses in Congress. We'll have to wait and see if the same thing happens to Donald Trump. He gets a question mark at this point, but based upon history, it doesn't look too good for the man in charge of the White House right now. Oh, and Manu, Happy New Year.
All right, Happy New Year to you too, Harry. And I've got a terrific panel joining me right now. CNN Jeff Zeller.
I'm just going to be all the way honest, man. They got Nixon the fuck up out of here, man. They did Watergate, man. We know about Watergate, man. They brought Nixon in, man, to get us off the damn gold standards, man. They brought Nixon in straight up, man. Straight up, man. They brought Nixon in to end Bretton Woods. Straight up, man, and got him the hell up out of there, man. They got Nixon the hell up out of there. Now Bush, I was young for Bush. I really, it was what it was. Shit, we was at war. Obama, what did Obama have going on? When did Obama do those strikes? Was that around the time he had done those strikes?
Me, NPR's Tamara Keith. Blue Rose Mario Parker. Happy New Year to you guys as well. A lot to look forward to in the year ahead. Let's take stock of what just happened and where things are going. Harry, those numbers were pretty stark. I mean, look at this. The independent number I was really struck by. I mean, Trump was down with independents by 1 point in January. Now he's down by 40.
Yeah, Bush Jr. I was young for Bush Jr. Bush Jr. got out in 2008. I was in high school then, so yeah, I was younger for Bush Jr.
Points underwater, a 42 point.
No, I wasn't even in high school yet, was I? I might have been.
Right.
And
wow.
It's wow, and this is not news to the White House. I mean, you can hear it sort of week by week recently. President Trump is increasingly asking, in midterm elections, why do presidents their party lose seats? He's just been bringing it up randomly in Oval Office meetings.
I wonder why.
It's on his mind. Of course, he has seen this movie before. In 2018, the first midterm of his first term, he had big losses. It's why the White House has been so obsessed with redistricting. It's why they've been so obsessed with trying to change the game. And as we end the year here and look forward to the new year, the redistricting is about a wash. I mean, there are still a couple unanswered questions. Florida, for example, which is going to help Republicans a touch. Virginia is going to help Democrats a touch. But by and large, redistricting alone is not going to save the president. So I think when we take stock of what we know now about Trump, he's been a very activist president in terms of flexing the executive authority of the...
Hey, that boy TPV Sean put out a video on Michelle Obama today that was crazy. I only watched like the first 45 seconds and I was like, man, I don't even know if I'm finna watch this shit on YouTube. Y'all remember the last time I said that when they said Obama was cheating with Jennifer Aniston, and I said the nigga had been putting his do-rag on and got his waves back, you know what I'm saying, because he knew he was back on the market. Y'all remember a lot of people fell out with me over that. Like, that shit was a big deal over on the channel. Like, people quit the channel because the chat was going crazy at the time. We had like 1,000 people in here. Everybody's calling her a man and shit. I ended up getting into it with one of the family members, one of the members in the family that had been here since day one. And yeah, she was mad as hell at me about that Michelle Obama shit. I ain't even say Michelle Obama was a man, but TPV Sean put out a video today and he said X had took the video down. Like, they wouldn't let him upload the video and they had restricted it. He had to file an appeal. He filed the appeal and they let him upload the video.
His office.
If y'all want to watch it, we can. I don't give a fuck.
But we also learn how he spends his time. And I think that is one of the reasons that the numbers are so low, because he promised to fight for you. He's actually doing a lot of stuff for himself.
Yeah.
Like plaques, the Trump Kennedy Center. a lot of things. So that is what frustrates some White House advisors. He promised to be your retribution. He's actually just doing stuff for Donald Trump. And I think that hits at some of these independent numbers.
It's such a good point. And we're going to be talking about those Trump awards later in the show and what it all means. But Tamara, you cover the White House. When Trump looks at those numbers, is he denying those exist, or is he privately acknowledging we got to change course here at least a little bit?
What way? But you find yourself very deeply underwater. There's a reason why.
Man, I ain't talking about shit right here. All right, we'll watch something. You said, isn't calling someone a man that isn't a man defamation? Yeah, but TPV Sean's not calling her a man. TPV Sean is saying it's a lawsuit out here. TPV Sean saying the lawsuits out here calling her a man. I'm just going to be all the way. That's as far as I got in the video. TPV Sean said Michelle Obama got some damn lawsuits out here, man, allegedly. And it's to do with some underage, allegedly. And in those things, they are alleging that she's a man as well, man. I'm just going to tell you, TPV Sean is I don't know what the hell he on, man. TPV Sean been coming for everybody. TPV Sean ain't got no pics, man. Let's see if the video still TPV Sean. Damn, Sean, he didn't even put it private. Some of the shit he be putting private. Let's see what he said. They marked his account as abusive. Damn. What? It's not there no more? Alright, now here it is. Oh, no, this is from, hold on. No, that's not even the same
already
video.
And sign up to become a member.
That's not even the same damn video. Oh, he been talking about this. Alright, here you go. He been talking about Michelle Obama. Damn, here go the new video. They got this video suppressed. Now look, chat, if I'm finna pull this shit up, y'all gotta subscribe to the channel, bro, because I'm probably finna get shadow banned for pulling this shit up. I'm just gonna be all the way real with y'all, bro. I'm probably finna end up taking a shadow ban for this shit, bro. Y'all double tap the screen, man. Subscribe to the damn channel. Y'all want me to take this damn shadow ban. Yeah, this shit only got 33,000 views. He's definitely shadow banned.
Was urging them to investigate Michelle Obama, as parents and anti-pedophile groups demand that enough is enough, following a spate of disturbing incidents involving the former First Lady. Frustrated by inaction and high-level cover-ups, dozens of victims have now signed a letter demanding justice, alleging they have been abused by Michelle Obama, who they all claim is biologically male. Is Michelle Obama another powerful man with certain predilections hiding in plain sight? Serial predators have a way of flaunting their deranged success, rubbing it in the faces of their victims. It's a type of
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I didn't never think Michelle Obama was a man either. Like last year during the election cycle when everybody was saying that, I was like, why the fuck do they keep saying she's a man? But now that TPV Sean is alleging there's some damn lawsuits out here, I'm like, oh shit, that's a little crazy. That is a little crazy. But when I see the picture of her with like the little short hair, the itty bitty fro and shit, like that doesn't make me think she's a man. I felt like a lot of people were saying she was a man because of that picture with the little fro. Now, I'm from the hood. I see women with little fros and shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Her having a little fro didn't make me think she was a man. I never really thought she was a man until they started talking about these lawsuits and shit. Now I'm like, damn. What's up with these lawsuits? What's to come with it?
Psychopathy common among the globalist elite. With each new revelation, it looks less like coincidence and more like design. Psychopathy is a defining characteristic of the compromised characters the satanic elite choose to promote. Compromise is the currency that keeps the system obedient. Blackmail, ritual humiliation, and the deliberate breaking of moral boundaries. This is what they call inversion, the systematic reversal of values. Shame becomes leverage. Corruption becomes initiation. What once would have ended a career becomes proof of loyalty. In that inverted worldview, good is framed as backwards, and evil is repackaged as progress. This is why the world is run by pedophiles, and why so many of their wives are secretly transgender. But the people are waking up, and the elite have never been more afraid of disclosure. In France, the Macron regime is prosecuting ordinary people for sharing their opinion about Brigitte Macron online.
The First Lady of France, Brigitte Macron, has been plagued by unsubstantiated claims about her gender. And in this trial that began today, there are 10 defendants, 8 of them men, 2 women, all between the ages of 41 and 60. They're accused of spreading malicious comments about her online, and if convicted, they could face 2 years in prison.
In the US, the Obamas are getting desperate, as they understand the jig is up. As whistleblowers and victims come forward, the Obamas' carefully engineered image is cracking, and their media machine is now in full-scale gaslighting mode. There's just one problem with the latest attempt at feminizing the former First Lady. It's not really her. Forensic AI reports indicate that the photo is AI-generated, or digitally altered, to change Michelle Obama's appearance. In reality, the photo isn't Michelle Obama at all, it's Regina Hall. Why are the Obamas lying to the public again? Perhaps the answer can be found by...
Who the fuck is Regina Hall? Who is Regina Hall? Regina Hall? He say Hall or Hall? Oh, that's an American actress.
Asking why Barack Obama continually slipped up and called his so-called wife Mike during his presidency.
Men and women of the finest military in the world. Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah, Michael and I.
Is that anything scary?
You know, well.
Damn.
When Michelle's mad.
There are plenty more videos of Barack identifying his wife as Mike, which just so happens to have been the name she was born with, Michael LaVaughn Robinson. And she just so happened to be registered to vote as a male in Illinois for decades, only changing her...
Hey, listen, man, all this shit is alleged, man. We doing a reaction to what the hell TPV Sean talking about, man. Do your own research, man. I don't know nothing about these people like that, man.
Gender on the official government records when her husband was about to run for president. How convenient. Obama's own family have repeatedly hinted that they know the truth about Big Mike. But the media doesn't want to listen, instead demonizing those who dare to speak out and say what everybody else is thinking.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
we
president?
already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay.
Joan Rivers died months later, following a botched medical procedure, which her own family declared was highly irregular. Which raises the question, how long can the mainstream media continue covering up what everybody can see with their own 2 eyes? As Obama's victims continue coming forward and demanding justice, online censorship is emerging as their only possible means of maintaining control.
So, you know, at one point,
Allie Carter
learned that you have to deal what you have to deal with when the people in authority are not there to help you. And everybody is so worried about the elite, and we could give those names of Barack Obama, Joe Biden. We know about Michelle Obama, that's a man. We know about Too Short. We know about Akon and Steven Tyler, and we can give those names all day, and everybody is so worried about that, but what you should be worried about is the people that are in between, the people that go as low as your grave diggers. I was trafficked to people within my schools. I was trafficked in underground tunnels that link under your schools, through your cemeteries, under your amusement parks, through Universal Studios, and into Hollywood elite homes, all over the place, all over the world. And people don't understand that, and they can't fathom that, and they can't put that together. But if you think about the things that have come out lately, and there's 200 children missing, and there's 300 children missing, what Amber Alert did you receive? How many times do you receive an Amber Alert every year? And if you think about that, how many children are coming up in your face that have been tortured and abused like this? It exists and it's real, and people don't want to face it. There are millions just like me. There are millions worse off than me. There are millions that people cut off their limbs so they don't fight them back when they rape them. There are millions that they take pleasure in draining their blood and using it as a source of a fountain of youth. People have many sick fetishes, and the Hollywood elite, we sign their paychecks. We sign all of their paychecks every single day. This when you stream their music, when you buy something from their brands, we sign their paychecks. And these are the people that have put something in your face and made you want to believe that you are the ones that are responsible to make them look the way they look. Their image is not what you think it is.
Thank you, Lala, for the rest in peace, John Rivers, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Thank you, Lala.
Sick. Evil.
The dam is cracking. Justice is coming. And the elite know it. Dozens of victims are now demanding that Michelle Obama pay the price for her crimes. And those in authority in DC are struggling to contain the controversy. Details coming up after this important word from our sponsor. Today's sponsors, they've hidden in plain sight. And in recent decades, they've grown bolder, more shameless. Around the world, children raised inside ritualistic cult environments have come forward to describe what they survived. Each time they do, the response is almost identical.
The baby's head off, but you forced me to.
God himself, as Laura Logan explains.
One of the people that I know who's worked in trafficking for decades, an extraordinary man, he told me once, he said, remember, the sinner is allowed to repent. But the wicked, right? The wicked spit in the eye of God. These people are wicked. They spit in the eye of God every chance they get, because the more pain they can inflict on God through God's creation, that's their goal. Their goal. Because, the Prince of Darkness, Satan himself, can never, ever, ever on the fact there's only one creator. It's not him. But I spoke to a Hispanic American woman who's been in trafficking for many, many decades. She started in Nicaragua, and we were talking about how a noticeable shift, and where a lot of traffickers in the old days would force girls to have abortion, especially in America. They don't do that anymore because they want them. They're human farming. This is not new, but it wasn't always the way. I'm coming across stories, real victims with documented evidence, where one young girl had 18 children by her foster father.
Damn.
Raped her over and over again. She first gave birth to twins at 9 years old. Okay? And so when we talk now to people in trafficking, these girls are encouraged, in fact, many times deliberately impregnated so that they can provide babies to the trafficking world. And this one woman I spoke to said, when I started out, Americans a lot of the time would have to come to Nicaragua to get babies, or to the Philippines, the other place that she worked.
Thank you, Compton.
And we talked about how long these children survive, which is in some ways, thankfully, not that long, because it's so unbearable what they're subjected to. And I asked her, how long do the babies survive? And she said, oh, no. No. I mean, babies don't survive long. In the Philippines, what they would do is they would starve them, and then they would use them for oral sex, because, of course, the baby that's starved is going to suck. And then they would asphyxiate them. They would die by asphyxiation, when these men obviously finished the job. And, that is evil on earth. Is the darkness that I'm talking about.
Who would even think of some sick shit like that, man? Like, you know how sick you gotta be to even think of some shit like that, bruh? What?
Today has never been more so. The elites have taken off their gloves. Israel has gone rogue. If you're doing your own research, if you're speaking truth, you're a target. Few things you need to know to keep yourself safe. Industry, your supposed shield, is compromised. Proton is funded by World Economic Forum elite.
Alright, man, that's the end of TPV showing shit. Y'all double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, because they finna shadow ban me for playing that shit. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably take us 2-3 days to get off that shadow ban. That shit crazy, Sean.
We have breaking news right now. President Trump and being commissioned, we spoke to all of those great leaders. They're all great leaders. And we had a great talk with them after we were completed. We thought it was appropriate to speak with them. And our meeting was excellent. We covered, somebody would say 95%. I don't know what percent, but we have made a lot of progress on ending that war, which is really certainly the most deadly war since World War II, probably the biggest war since World War II.
No, I definitely believe that shit. There's some sick bastards out here, man. I told y'all, chat, I was locked up with a dude. Listen, I've been in the county before, so I was locked up with some sick-ass people. And then the Allie Carter girl, she's been around for a while. People say that she mixes truth with lies, but she really is on the run. People are trying to get her. I think, yeah, for sure. But like, I was locked up with this one dude, man, and he had force-fed an infant feces, bro, to the point the infant passed away. He force-fed the infant feces, bro. So there are sick individuals out here, bro. Like, another individual I had went to court with, he had put a baby in the microwave, bro. Put the baby in the microwave, bro. The microwave, bro. It's some sick people out here, bro.
And I want to thank Steve Woodcoff, who's here, and I'd like to thank Jared, who's here someplace. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Steve. What a great job you've done. Jared Kushner, Steve Woodcoff, and Marco Rubio's here. Thank you, Marco. And Pete Hegseth is here. Those two people are doing an unbelievable job, and the four people on this one are doing, I don't think anybody could do it. We'll see if it gets done, but it's very close. Certainly nobody would even have a chance of getting it.
No, the inmates didn't do nothing to him. It was nothing that could be done to him. He was protected. When you come in there on charges like that, you are protected because the jail will get sued. If anything happens to them in there, the jail will get sued. So he was on 23-1 lockdown. He had to get his state mandated hour out. So when he got his hour out, they locked up the whole unit. The whole pod gets locked down so these type of people can have their hour out. And with their hour out, these people were not humble or just being quiet and getting on the phone. No, these people was walking around the pod taunting people. They know that people want to get at them. They know people want to beat their ass or do harm to them. So they walking around the pod screaming, "Fuck y'all, you can't touch me. Nothing you can do to me. Fuck you." Like, these are humble. Like, these people, like she said, they spit in the face of that shit. Like, it makes a lot of sense because these people had no remorse. They was talking crazy. Like, they just didn't do nothing fucking wrong.
Right now, nobody would have thought that was possible. So I just want to say we've done very well. We've had discussions on just about every subject, and that includes with President Putin before. And we went into great detail, and we likewise went into great detail today. And it was an honor to have you at Mar-a-Lago and have lunch. I hope you enjoyed the food. Your people enjoyed the food, I can tell you that. You're big, strong people. Your general over there looks like central casting. I want to also, by the way, speaking of generals, we have a great general, General Raisin Kane, who is here someplace. Thank you, General. Thank you very much. He's great. So, Mr. President,
maybe you want to say a few words, and then we'll speak over the next couple of weeks. We'll speak probably quite a bit, but we'll speak tomorrow. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything. Dear colleagues, first of all, I would like to thank President Trump for a great meeting at this amazing place in his home in Mar-a-Lago. And we had a really great discussions on all the topics, and we appreciate the progress that was made by American and Ukrainian teams in these recent weeks. Special thanks to Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, and thank you to for their engagement and full commitment, and also to our team, and first of all to Rustem Umerov and General Natov, and to all our teams. And we discussed all the aspects of the peace framework, which includes, and we have great
put my heat on, Chad.
20-point peace plan, 90% agreed, and U.S.-Ukraine security guarantees 100% agreed. U.S.-Europe-Ukraine security guarantees almost agreed. Military dimension 100% agreed. Prosperity plan being finalized, and we also discussed the sequencing of the following actions. And we agree that security guarantees is a key milestone in achieving lasting peace, and our teams will continue working on all aspects. We also had a joint productive call with European leaders, like President Trump said already, and a lot of leaders, including NATO and EU. And we agreed that our teams will meet in upcoming weeks to finalize all discussed matters, and we agreed with President Trump that he will.
So I want to know, because Zelensky, they put it out that Zelensky, his proposal was the land that they're fighting over with the nuclear reactor, the nuclear facility there, he wants Ukraine to withdraw from it. He wants Russia to withdraw from it. He wants the United States to occupy it. That's what Zelensky wants. So that would essentially mean some boots on the damn ground. I'm just going to be all the way honest with you. It's supposed to be peacetime. It'll be boots on the ground during the quote-unquote peacetime. But, hey, man, that's what Zelensky's putting up. I want to know how that went over with Trump.
All stars, and maybe in Washington, European leaders and Ukrainian delegation, yes, in January. And Ukraine is ready for peace. And once again, would like to thank President Trump for a warm welcome and substantial discussion. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Any questions, please?
90%, 100%. The U.S. Ukraine security guarantees. What number are we at right now?
Well, I think look, you can say 95%, but I don't like to say percentages. I just think we're doing very well. We could be very close. There are one or two very thorny issues, very tough issues, but I think we're doing very well. We made a lot of progress today, but really we've made it over the last month. This is not a one-day process deal. This is very complicated stuff, but I think when the president says 95, I think, could be close to 95%. Yeah, please, behind you.
Mr. President, have you agreed on the so-called free trade zone on Donbass? How to separate the sites? How to make the separation line? Who will be responsible?
The word agreed is too strong. I would say not agreed, but we're getting closer to an agreement on that, and that's a big issue. Certainly, that's one of the big issues, and I think we're closer than we're probably one. It's unresolved, but it's getting a lot closer. That's a very tough issue, but one that I think will get resolved. Yeah, please.
We are receiving some mixed signals coming from Moscow, even after you spoke with President Putin. Can you assure us that you have received written or an informal response from them?
Well, what was the issue? You have to tell me. What did they say?
They are telling that Ukraine has to give up Donbass. Just a very recent statement coming out.
Well, that's what they've been asking for, and there's a dispute about that. So they're going to have to iron that out. That's an issue they have to iron out. But I think it's moving in the right direction.
Do you think it will delay the solution or peace agreement that you try to achieve?
If something doesn't happen? You mean if something doesn't happen? Yeah, go ahead.
May I ask?
No, go ahead. You're going to finish your question.
Will there be any step that the United States will prepare?
Well, we'll see. Look, we'll see. But I don't want to talk about that because I think we're getting pretty close. Yes, please. Please.
About territorial question, Mr. President. What is your take on Donbas status? Are you prepared to see it as a free economic or demilitarized zone?
No, we spoke about 20 points plan, and I'm happy that really our teams very close to results, and I agree with President Trump that our teams worked not one day and not one week, more than 1 month, beginning from Geneva, then 2 meetings in Miami, then we had Berlin, and now we have Mar-a-Lago. So this is a very difficult question. You know our position, so it's we have to respect our law and our people. We respect the territory which we control, and of course our attitude is very clear. That's why President Trump said this is a very tough question, and of course we have with Russians different positions on it.
Have you discussed referendum about?
No, when we speak about referendum, we spoke that it's one of the key. We can have referendum on any kind of points of this plan. I said that we can use referendum like for the plan, or we cannot use referendum. It's one of the key. We can use this possibility of parliament to vote according to the law or to have referendum. Doesn't matter. This referendum, if the plan will be very difficult for our society, very difficult, of course our society has to choose and has to vote, because it's their land, the land not of one person, it's the land of our nation for a lot of generations.
They'll probably have to get their plan approved by Parliament or by referendum of the people. You would think that they want, I know they had a poll that it's 91% in favor of ending this war, so they want to end it like everybody wants. Russia wants it ended, everybody wants it ended, and we want it ended. I want it ended because I don't want to see so many people dying. We're losing massive numbers of people, the biggest by far since World War II. So we want to see it ended, absolutely.
President
Yes.
Trump, you said at the top that you plan to speak again tomorrow. Is that correct?
I might. It depends on what happens tomorrow. If there's an additional something to add, otherwise there's no reason to. We're in the process. Jared and Steve are working very hard to get something done, and if there's something that comes up, I'd speak, but otherwise I don't think there's any reason to.
In your mind, sir, what are the thorniest issues still unresolved after the death?
Well, I think the land you're talking about, some of that land has been taken. Some of that land is maybe up for grabs, but it may be taken over the next period of a number of months, and you're better off making a deal now. Look, let me tell you, they have been very brave. They fought very hard and
shit. Like, there's no hope for Zelensky in Trump's eyes. Some of that land may be taken in a couple months, so you're better off, just making a deal for it now. Like, look, it's not looking good for you, Zelensky. You're on your last damn leg, man. You might well get this shit up now, because we're not trying to occupy. Well, hearing that from Trump, that lets me know now he's not trying to occupy shit, man. He's on shit like, look, man, y'all get this deal done, man. Just get that shit to them. Don't join NATO. Let's call this shit wraps, man. We can head home by lunch. If not, fight your little heart out. Ain't that what he told him last time? That he can just fight his little heart out. That's crazy.
You to fight very hard and do tremendous damage. But Russia would like to see it end, and Ukraine would like to see it. And I think it's time to end. And a lot of very brave people, a lot of people that are dead right now, unfortunately, because I've said in...
No, I'm not talking about the United States, third world country. Most of the United States has pretty clean water. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about places that don't got clean water, no infrastructure, no paved roads, extreme poverty, people having a wheelbarrow damn paper notes to the grocery store to get a damn loaf of bread, like Sri Lanka or something. Some crazy shit like that, man. Currency's totally deflated. Like, our shit has lost 10% this year, but it ain't crazy like some of these places. Like, you know what the hell I mean when I say third world country, man. Not the old definition of third world, the modernized, the no clean water, famine, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Now, it's bad in some places in the United States, but for the most part, motherfuckers can get some clean water.
Nobody's disputed it, that if the election weren't rigged and stolen, 2020, you wouldn't have had this war, would have never happened, and it didn't happen for 4 years. Never was even thought to happen. And I spoke with President Putin, I got along with him very well, despite the Russia hoax, which was a total hoax. He used to say, what is going on over there? But it was a total hoax, as he knew and as I knew. But I spoke to him, and we'd talk about Ukraine. I've said it before. It was the apple of his eye, but he wasn't going to do anything about it. He didn't do anything about it until I was gone, and then a lot of really bad statements were made by people, by a lot of people, I guess, but by a certain president that we had who was a disaster. Yes?
Do you anticipate going to Ukraine if you can get to an agreement? And I know
I have
you
no
said
problem
earlier,
with doing it. You know, I have no problem with doing it. Don't anticipate it. Would like to get the deal done and not necessarily have to go. I've offered to go and speak to their parliament. And, you know, if that would help. I don't know if that would help. I think it would probably help. But I don't even know if that's...
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, I know.
Always.
So I'm not sure that it would be really necessary. But if it would help save 25,000 lives a month or whatever it may be, I would certainly be willing to do that. Yeah, please. No, behind you.
and how about
Where are you from?
from Ukraine?
Good, I had a feeling.
Public broadcaster.
Good.
And how about Zaporizhia nuclear plant? Have you discussed this question?
On what?
Zaporizhia nuclear plant.
Yeah, we discussed that at length today. As you know, it's in pretty good shape. It can start up.
Yeah, I don't think it's about to hit the United States like a brick. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you, Lane. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. I checked the markets today. I was looking for that slow melt upward sinking that's gonna, go crazy. They say the housing market is stale right now. People are locked in under at 4% or under, so they're not coming off of their cribs. People can't afford to buy cribs, so the housing market is probably gonna remain, like it is. And as far as our currency just going to shit, yes, the dollar's being devalued. I'm not going to lie there. But we can all agree that the dollar is still probably the cleanest shirt in the room. Before they let the dollar go all the way to shit, we're just going to go to the CBDC. We've been hearing about it. We've been hearing about rumblings for years. We just seen Putin get up there and say, hey, look, America's trying to clear their national debt with the CBDC. It'll be similar to the gold buyback. You know what I'm saying? Similar to the gold buyback. They just come take our little dollars out of our bank account, give us a little CBDC, like they say, and call it quits, before they let this shit go to all hell, where we're taking wheelbarrows to the damn gas station and shit.
Immediately, almost immediately. And it's one of the things I discussed with President Putin. And they were talking about the nuclear plant. It's probably the biggest in the world, just about the biggest anywhere in the world. Can you believe that? And President Putin's actually working with Ukraine on getting it open. He's been very good in that sense. He wants to see that open. And he hasn't hit it with missiles, hasn't hit it with anything. It's a big danger to do that for everybody. But they're working together to try and get it. It can open very quickly. It's in pretty good shape. And the people there have been there for years. The people there running it. They have 5,000 people in that plant. Can you believe it? I learned that today. 5,000 people.
Yeah, the dollar is in trouble. I'm going to keep it real with you. The dollar is in trouble. I did see silver hit their prices. But there's not many other places to park the money. Nobody's coming off the houses right now. Commercial real estate bubbles crazy. Rates are still too high. It's nowhere to park the money right now. The dollar has lost 10% since the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody's going to these precious metals and alternative assets, because they can't park their money in housing. That used to be an option. Park your money and it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But those options are limited these days. Those options are limited. So yeah, silver's on the damn run. I remember I buying silver at $20. I think I was paying premium. Even paying the premium, I was still getting silver for like $25.
Biggest plant of its kind in the world. And they're working together to get it open. They could maybe get it open quickly. That's a big step when he's not bombing that plant. It's a big step.
In the readout from Moscow, they talked about the creation of some working groups.
I think this year, what was it? The first 9 months of this year was the lowest amount of home sales ever. It was like the lowest amount of homes being transferred or anything. And like this first 9 months was some shit. Nobody got out of their houses. Nobody got into houses as much as they normally do.
Yes.
Can you tell us about what those working groups would entail? And also, if you wouldn't...
American flag, swipe up on the live. If you got a problem with it, swipe up, get the fuck out, pick up your flip-flops at the door, man. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, man. It is what it is. Ain't nobody invited you over here. Ain't nobody asked for you to come over here. Now, if you want to hang out, that's a different story. But for you to come in here on some bullshit, it just is what it is, man.
What is the message that you will give to Putin when you speak to him after your meeting?
So the working group is going to be composed of Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, General Raisin Kane, Marco Rubio, and a few other people that we're going to be putting onto it. I think Pete Hegseth should be in that working group. He knows the territory very well. He's been fantastic at what he's doing. And they may add one or two people, and likewise, Ukraine's going to have some very good people that were at lunch today that enjoyed the lunch today a lot, more than they thought, right? But do you want to say who may be on your working
What's
group?
up, Jacob?
Yeah, we now, as I said, that we work with Steve and Jared. We worked our Rustem Umerov and also Deputy Minister Gislitz and also General Natov, and they will continue work in this group. And of course, if we will go further, and I hope that really we will have decisions in January, as I said, about all these documents, 6 documents, and of course, we will continue work on this, so they know what to do. Yes.
And that working group, by the way, importantly, will also then be working with Russia. Okay? Because to work with ourselves doesn't really solve much of a problem. So they'll be working with Russia. Yeah, please.
President, you said this morning you weren't a deadline guy. How long do you think it'll take to get this last little bit, as you say, finished? So what are we talking
So
about?
if it went really well, maybe a few weeks. And if it went poorly longer, and if it went really poorly, it's not going to happen. That would be a shame. There's that chance also. It's possible it doesn't happen. But, in a few weeks we will know one way or the other, I think. But if it went really well, but it could also go poorly. I mean, we could have something where one item that you're not thinking about is a big item breaks it up. Look, it's been a very difficult negotiation, very detailed. It's funny, I settled 8 wars. Some were going on for 35 years. And we got them settled in a couple of days. Some of them, one was going on for 37 years. I settled it in 1 day. But this is a very complex one.
You want to put odds on it? What the bad?
No, I think we'll get it done. I don't want to say when, but I think we're going to get it done. Yes, ma'am.
President, you in the past have suggested a trilateral meeting between both Presidents Putin and Zelensky.
Right.
Is that something that is also on the docket?
I see that happening, sure, at the right time. I saw a very interesting President Putin today. I mean, he wants to see it happen. He wants to see it. He told me very strongly. I believe him. Don't forget, we went through the Russia hoax together. And he'd call me, I'd call him, I'd say, can you believe the stuff that they're making up? And it turned out we were right. They made it all up. And despite that, we didn't get into wars and we didn't get into problems, but we weren't able to trade very much or any of that, which was a shame because, a lot of success could have been had by trading with Russia. They have great land, great minerals and other things, and we have things that they want very badly. But the Russia hoax, which was a terrible made-up fictional thing by Crooked Hillary and by Adam Shifty Schiff and bad people, sick people, they made it up. It was all a made-up hoax. But it kept us really from dealing with Russia, kept Russia from dealing with us. So, but despite that, we got along. And I don't know, I think we're going to get there. I know him very well. I think we're going to get there.
Discuss any time, location, meeting place?
Yeah, we're discussing a lot of things. Look, I was on the phone with him for almost, I guess, 2.5 hours. They're just telling me now. It's a long time. We discussed a lot of things. We didn't talk about the weather. We weren't talking about what a beautiful day it is in Palm Beach, Florida. Yes.
President Zelensky mentioned maybe a meeting with European leaders back in Washington. Would that be in the next few weeks?
Well, in Washington or someplace, yeah. These leaders that I just read, these are great people. You know, they've spent a lot of money on helping Ukraine. And look, they're doing it for themselves also, meaning their country, because Ukraine's a very important country for them in particular. For us, it's very important. To me, it's the lives. You know, we're thousands and thousands of miles. We're protected by a thing called the Atlantic Ocean and lots of other places, to be honest. And they're not, you know, they're right there. But we're working together with them as we should be. But I'm doing it to save lives. You know, we're not spending any money. Biden gave $350 billion away. And the president was nice enough to give us a contract to take out rare earth and things. So we'll see how that all works out. We have a contract, but we appreciated that. He was very good. But we'll see how that works out. But if you think about it, we're going to have. I really believe we're probably, Mr. President, by far closer than ever before with both parties. We had some times when he was close and President Putin wasn't. Then when President Putin was close and he wasn't, you saw that in the White House. But I think they both want to see it happen.
In your conversation with... You were saying that you've said multiple times that you want to stop the killing. And nearly 100 American citizens died in Ukraine on the battlefield. Yeah. What's your message to their families whose loved ones died fighting?
Well, look, I mean, the message is so obvious. It's what a shame. They died. And
hey, chat, double tap the screen, shut the live out.
And,
we're 20.
Some are celebrated.
We're 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We go live every single day. We're talking politics, entertainment, and current events. Double tapping the screen is how you support the channel for free. Subscribe so you always come back, man.
Well, they're very celebrated, but so sad that a thing like that would happen. Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, security is a major issue for the Ukrainians.
Right.
Did you offer any promises, any assurances today?
I did. We want to work with Europe, and Europe is going to take over a big part of it, as you can imagine. You know, they're right there. But we're going to help Europe 100%, like they'd help us. Yes, ma'am, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to ask, when your
Who are
conversation...
you with?
Andrea Shala with Reuters.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so in your conversation with President Putin, did you discuss what responsibility Russia
Thanks,
will
Diego.
have for any kind of reconstruction of Ukraine post an agreement?
I did. They're going to be helping. Russia's going to be helping. Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed. Once, it sounds a little strange, but I was explaining to the president, President Putin was very generous in his feeling toward Ukraine succeeding, including supplying energy, electricity, and other things at very low prices. So a lot of good things came out of that call today. But they were in the works for 2 weeks with Steve and with Jared and Marco and everybody.
Did Russia agree, or did Putin agree to a ceasefire to allow a referendum to take place?
Not a ceasefire, and that's one of the points that we're working on right now. No, not a ceasefire. He feels that, look, you know, they're fighting and to stop, and then if they have to start again, which is a possibility, he doesn't want to be in that position. I understand that position. The president feels strongly about that or something, but I think we're finding ways that we can get around that. But I understand President Putin from that standpoint. You know, you have to understand the other side. And, you know, I'm on the side of peace. I'm on the side of stopping the war. So, but I think that's a problem that's going to get solved, yeah.
Would people who live outside of Ukrainians who fled during the war be allowed to participate in the referendum?
What do you mean, people where live?
The people that left.
We have, if we speak about the people who are abroad, who are not on the territory of Ukraine, you mean that in Poland, in Germany, we have millions of people. Yeah, they have a referendum in the same of elections. In the same way how people come and vote, they have rights for this, and of course they have to come. That's why if we will come to referendum, yes, if we will come to such decision, people need infrastructure for this, and it's not simple. And that's why we spoke about it. It can't be in one day, very quickly. It's difficult because we need infrastructure. When you have millions of people, you have to build it in Europe, mostly in Europe for today.
I know you sound an optimistic note here, but what happens in a few weeks if things sputter? What are you prepared to do?
They keep fighting, and they keep dying. No good. But if things don't happen, they keep fighting, and they keep dying. And we don't want that to happen. He doesn't want it to happen. President Putin doesn't want it to happen either. Okay? Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Great.
All right, that's the end of that chat. I just opened up the phone lines. If anybody wants to call and have a conversation before we get up out of here, I'm going to give an overview of the show, give my thoughts and opinions on a few of the topics that we covered, while we wait on the call. So as far as this Trump-Zelensky meeting, it's 95%. He said 95%. It's still some things about the land. He said Putin does not want to stop fighting. He's saying that if Zelensky keeps fighting, that the land might be taken in a few months anyway. So it looks like Trump's ready to cut ties with this shit. He's about fed up with this shit. He's done. And also, it aligns with the new Monroe Doctrine 2.0. Like, that's not, we're supposed to be focusing on the Americas right now. I believe we'll probably, I don't know, man. Tomorrow Netanyahu's coming too. So I wonder, is he going to keep that same, energy with Netanyahu with this this new Monroe Doctrine 2.0. I wonder, is he going to keep that same energy? Like, hey, we got to focus on the damn Americas. But Iran, that might be the play right there, Chad. That might be the play right there. Because if we're doing this new Monroe Doctrine 2.0, we supposed to be focused on the Americas. All of that other shit's not supposed to be, too important as of right now. But with Iran's president coming out and putting out that message, and the supreme leader posting the message on his government website or whatever, that's going to give them a reason to get Iran in some shit. We're at a full-scale war with the United States, Israel, and Europe. He said it, not me. He said it, not me. So that's gonna, and then them putting that out there right before they lead up to Netanyahu coming over here. Also, somebody's phone just got hacked. Whose phone got hacked? Netanyahu's chief commander-in-chief. Not commander-in-chief. What is it? Chief of staff. Now Iranian hackers are coming out taking credit for hacking Netanyahu's chief of staff phone. Then they put out a damn memo saying that we're at a full-scale war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe. Right after the Iranian hackers hacked Netanyahu's phone, his chief of staff's phone, and he's coming over here. See, the phone is a big deal, right? Because with the phone being hacked, y'all remember that's the game Netanyahu played, you know what I'm saying? When all of those, what was it, phones or was it pagers that had blew up over there? Was it phones or was it pagers that had blew up over there?
From
Dorsey.
What up?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Cut down the background, Doris.
I ain't got nothing on.
Oh, well, it was playing when you was leaving your message.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's what I was saying. So, that's why it's important that the Iranian hackers came out today, released a video, and took credit for hacking Netanyahu's chief of staff phone, because Netanyahu had played the game with them pagers. You know what I'm saying? And then they put it out the day before Netanyahu set to land in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Or had a meeting with Trump tomorrow. So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's a little psyop. That's a little psychological game they playing right there. Go ahead, Doris.
Yeah, I called because of the Michelle Obama story.
Go ahead.
Everything else is just old news, but, the disrespect toward the First Lady, I had to call in on that shit. I had to put that shit down. First of all, she ain't got no Adam's apple, because everybody looked to see if she had an Adam's apple, and don't nobody see no Adam's apple.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I never thought she was a man until they started talking about these lawsuits, and then I read that
Yeah, well,
TPV Sean shit. I mean, I listen to TPV Sean.
they see their ass cause guess what? They going right down the same damn path Candace Owens doing. Accusing people of shit.
I did see that video though where she had on them pants and kind of stood up. I don't know if that was AI or what, but I did see that.
Could have been a Kotex, nigga. Come on now.
Could have been a what?
Kotex. You know, that's the ones they insert, not the pad. That's the one with the insert. Or she might have had a fat pad. Hell, it looked like it's supposed.
Nah, man, that thing was swinging.
Like I said,
that thing was swinging.
I just find it. If anybody looks like a
better
man,
off saying that
have
was
a
a
sex
fake
change,
video,
it's
man.
Melania Trump. Look at that. Look at how chiseled she is. Look at her arms. You ain't got to be no bodybuilder to have that kind of arms and shit for a man.
Yeah, I don't think she.
They always wanna.
I don't think she a man.
She don't look like no man. Look, check this out. If she was a man, right? You know, men, we age gracefully, right?
Not all.
So look at her and look at her face and look at the skin starting to get a little flabby. You know, she's getting a little jowls. You know, the little fat. You know, she's getting a little fat on her bones. And that's only natural for a woman her age. You understand what I'm saying? I get kind of pissed off that certain people want to try to tear down a black woman. I mean, a black woman. No, they ain't got no problems with white girls being 6'1", 6'5", you know, but then let a black woman have a little height on her, then all of a sudden she's a man. I get sick of that shit. That shit's disrespectful. So, you know, I'm gonna take up for my black queen. Fuck y'all. Ain't no conjectures on that shit. Cause when it comes to that color shit, the color lines, I don't play that shit. You know, that's some disrespectful shit.
Man, Dorsey, they ain't said nothing about her color, man.
You know,
they ain't said nothing about her color. They said she was a damn man. So are you gonna dress
man,
her being a man? Nah, hell no. Nah, hell no. Because nah, man, I'm not playing that bullshit game because it's always if we gonna have a debate, they gonna say show the facts. We can always say allude to it. Yeah, they say this shit. They say this shit about big women. Period. Hell, if your ass tall as hell and got some long ass feet and big ass hands, motherfucker gonna get to looking at you kind of crazy no matter what color you is.
No, that's your generation, nigga, because we ain't never do no shit like that. I remember I knew a girl when I was in 11th grade, and she was 6'3", and was at least 210.
I'm okay. 6'3", 210. That's a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's a big girl. All right. I'm not saying that that's not. What I'm talking about, Dorsey, is like.
Explain the two daughters then. Explain the high school pictures. Because she got pictures of her being in high school.
Dorsey,
that shows she's a female.
I'm not debating whether she's a man or not. I'm not saying she's a man. I'm just telling you that if we're talking about whether she's a man or a woman, it always finds a way to tie back to being black. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, damn. Same thing with Jasmine Crockett. We just had this conversation with Top Cat about the damn nails. He said she had fake nails, and now there was an attack on her because she was black. It's like, well, damn, what the fuck can we say?
Well, shit, you can say whatever you want, long as it's the truth. And you're besmirching people's character and talking all kind of crazy shit about their sex. Nah. I'm not finna stand for that shit. I'm not. And I ain't even know Obama. I'm not really an Obama fan. I think he was a mediocre president, if you ask me. But when it comes to his wife, when she first hit the stage, everybody had said she was a stallion. Everybody. So all that other shit that y'all talking, I ain't trying to hear that shit. And yeah, it do go down to black. In my book, everything is black and white. Everything is black and white. So the disrespect ain't coming from black. And then that little tramp, whatever her name is, talking about, oh, there was people with the child trafficking and shit. Well, then where's the evidence? Where's your evidence? I get tired of all these people come up here with these rumors and innuendos and shit without a lick of evidence.
According to TPV Shun, they filed lawsuits on her and they got them suppressed.
Check this out. They always come with that dumb shit. Talking about they got lawsuits, they got all this, they got all that.
I mean, you asked for that. I'm just saying, like, shit.
I'm just saying. They had, 1,000,001 lawsuits against Trump. Half of them got dropped, right? Okay. So, people who got money, they know how to shut your ass up.
Yeah, and everybody around these certain people end up dead. Around a certain few group of people end up dead, man. You say, shit get going on, and
alcoholics and drown in
dead.
rivers and shit.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of people around Bill Clinton died.
That's what I said. I didn't say nobody's name. I didn't say anybody's names. I just said people get around certain groups of people.
You can't say it.
Listen, I said people get around certain groups of people and end up dead. That's what I said.
Okay. Well, shit, it was people around the Beatles that wound up dead. It was around people around Jimi Hendrix that wound up dead. People died. People OD. People get hit by cars. And everything ain't as sinister as everybody want to make it out.
Not everything, but it's cool. All right, okay. So let's just say 10 people around you die, and 4 of them sinister. Is that a good ratio? I mean, what's the damn ratio we're looking for here, man? Let's be honest. Like damn, shit.
Hey, I had a partner who did cocaine and drank Jack Daniels for damn near 30 years straight. Well, guess what? He died. Okay, woo! Wasn't nobody shocked. He was a good dude. He had a great job, but he partied too hard. Shit. But I'm just saying, more people died around Bill Clinton than they did around Obama. So I don't see what they're talking about. Plane crashes, car crashes, suicide.
So just listen. Just like you know about people dying around these people, what point are you trying to prove here? I'm trying to figure out where you're going with it.
My point is, the bigger your circle, the more people gonna die. Shit.
Okay.
And shit, if you know 1,000 people, right, and then say 20 of them die before they hit 40. Heart attack, accident, whatever, suicide, whatever. Does that make you sinister? No. That just means that you had a large circle of people, and some of the people in your circle died. That's all it means. And to me. Now, to everybody else, y'all see what y'all want to see. But my whole thing is, Obama been out of the spotlight for damn near, 8 years?
No, what the fuck are you talking about? Obama was just doing campaign rallies and telling black men they pissing them off and shit. What do you mean? He just was telling black men he was pissed off at them.
Check this out. He wasn't in the spotlight like he was the spotlight. He did a couple of ads for people, and then for the most part, he disappeared.
Yeah, that nigga Barack been around, man. He just got put out there for cheating with Jennifer Aniston, man. Damn, he chilling right now.
Then he doing it on the down low.
Shit.
Doing it on the down low.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly him and Michelle was supposed to get divorced. Allegedly. Now, Barack might be doing something on the DL, but you didn't catch him. It's just circumstances. And then as far as another one with Nancy Pelosi, $100 million to get you the best cosmetic surgery and beauty treatments and all makeup and all this shit. Hell yeah. Nancy's supposed to look like $1 million. Shit, I screw her. She got to pay me, but I screw Nancy.
At
So my whole
85
thing
years
is,
old, you would hit Nancy at 85.
man, I hit Nancy, I'll fold Nancy up like
You
Armageddon.
just was telling us that not too long ago that you don't even be worried about that shit.
No, if you pay me, hell yeah, nigga, I worry about it if you pay me.
Now, why she
No,
want to
she gotta
pay you?
She got to, man. She got to.
Why would she
Dorsey
want
don't
to
work
pay
for
you,
free.
man?
Dorsey don't work for free. That's work. I'm the one who's doing all the sweating and the huffing and puffing. All you doing is laying there. So, yeah, I do need to get paid. Okay? So, anyway, back to the subject. So, Ukraine, hey, Zelensky ain't going for that nonsense. Playing the game with Trump. He just riding the clock. Like 3 more years of this nonsense. He waiting for the midterms to kick off. Because he know once to get the Congress get them purse strings back, it's going to be a different story. And like you said, it might boil down to J.D. Vance, maybe my boy from California, Gavin Newsom, my bad. But you saying Mark Cuban should be in the game too? Is that what you're saying? For the Democrats to have a chance of winning?
If they want to win.
Okay, I can see Mark Cuban. I can see him. I don't see him as a vice president, but I mean, hell, if that's your game plan, yeah, I could accept that. So, I mean, this has been a really crazy political year. So shit, anything can happen. Hell, Marjorie Taylor Greene jumped ship and talking shit about Trump now. So nobody expected that neither, did they? Nah, I didn't. So, you know, all kind of shit is possible in 2026. As far as with the economy and so forth, I think the economy is going to get better. I think that people are going to find ways around how to make money. I think that people are going to get back down to home businesses and so forth and services. You know, I'm trying to talk my girl to get back into babysitting. She babysit old folks, so shit, she can babysit some kids. Money. Oh, she do caregiving, my bad. Same damn thing. And as far as with you, remember you said you trying to get your license back, right?
Right.
Okay. I think you're going to get them back. I really do. I think things are going to get to the point where they're going to say every man for himself. I think they're going to give a lot of felons back their gun rights and the rights to vote. It just depends on what party play that card first. I'm just being real, you know. And I don't know what was the other thing you had. You had Nancy Pelosi. And what else?
All the price of silver.
Oh yeah, well you know that the precious metals are just gonna go up and up and up. Plug. You know, when you said that Nixon killed the gold standard, yeah, that was planned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Nixon was a communist, did you?
No, I didn't. I know that they did Watergate right after that. Man, they brought Nixon in, took us off the Bretton Woods and shit. They got his ass right up out of there soon after.
Well, you know why they got rid of him, right?
Mm-mm.
Because he had did that deal with China, and a lot of people didn't like that. Because you got to remember, Nixon at one time was the person that orchestrated the McCarthy era. Because when McCarthy was one accusing everybody of being a communist, right?
Mm.
Nixon played off of that. Yeah, we need to get them communists. He was VP at the time. Yeah, we need to get them commies. The commies. Then next thing you know, when he become president, not only does he make a deal with Vietnam, he go and visit China. So, you know, and that's how we got the Chinese Peace Accord, you know.
Well, I mean, shit, Trump done let more Chinese students in than ever before.
that them Taiwanese or is that some communist China?
Hell, I don't know. You tell me.
It got to be Taiwanese. Got to be Taiwanese. Because I see a lot of them over here. I see a lot of Chinese over here, but they Taiwanese Chinese. They some good people, too. They be giving me all kind of money. Real. My whole thing is...
All right, up to 600,000. Trump said he would allow up to 600,000 Chinese students to study in American universities.
Yeah, but he's talking about them Taiwanese, for them electronics and stuff. Them people that we need that's vital to the industry.
That shit don't say Taiwanese. That shit say Chinese students, man.
So you got to read between the lines. So let me ask you something. If Taiwan, okay,
because
so let me
they
ask
just
you this
said
question.
somebody came over here. It was a dude that came over here, served in our military. I think he was an anchor baby, served in the military, and then now he back in China holding government positions and shit.
Yeah, he was a spy.
Go ahead.
But like I said, it don't make sense. You have 600,000 Chinese come over. I'm about the communist Chinese. That would make, and then we already know that we suing China for what they say it is, intellectual property. And then you're stealing ideas, you're stealing copyrights, you're stealing everything. You see where I'm coming from? So that kind of not make sense if you're gonna let communist Chinese come to school here. Makes no sense. So I would think they would be Taiwanese. Coming from, and as far as with what J.D. Vance say about Indian students coming to America. Didn't he say something about that earlier this week, J.D. Vance?
What?
He wanted more Indians coming over here going to school.
Shit, I ain't hear him say that.
But yeah, he said that shit earlier in the week. Like I'm saying, the politicians say a lot of shit. They say a lot of shit. Then they double back on what they said. Say first we got tariffs, then he say he taking off the tariffs. Now he bringing back the tariffs. I think that's a bunch of BS on my part. And did you get a Christmas tree? Did you buy a Christmas tree for Christmas?
Hell no, but Dorsey, we gotta get up out of here, man. We're gonna be on tomorrow.
Well, them Christmas trees came from Canada. I hate to tell y'all.
They used to have Christmas trees at the state. They used to have Christmas trees at the state capitol in Arkansas. You can go cut your own tree. They used to do that at the state capitol. I wonder if they still do that.
Oh, they got a bunch of trees going around the state capitol, fir trees?
Yeah, you used to go get your trees from the state capitol. That's what we used to do when I was young.
That's pretty nice, man. That's Arkansas, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, Plug, I ain't gonna keep you long. Somebody else want to call in, I'm sure. Y'all call in. Let Cub know what your concerns is.
Shit, we finna get off. Y'all call in tomorrow. This shit over.
Oh, it's over with?
Yeah.
Why am I always the cleanup man? Why am I always the last segment of the show?
Shit, we went live for 4 hours earlier this morning, then we've been live for 2 hours right now.
Yeah, I caught you in the morning show, remember? But, you were saying you was going to make up. Okay, but hey, like I said, man, it's been a hell of a year. I mean, this has been a plug year for me, because this is the year I got introduced to your show.
Man, I
appreciate
you.
I really had ignored politics for a while. Because I'm politically homeless.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I found a home with you, I just camped out in your front yard, like I said. So, you the best damn show on YouTube. Greatest damn show on YouTube. And I want to just do a shout out to my family members. Lala, hey, what up, Lala? Hey, what up, Big Niece? All right. What up, Darkness 40? We just doing a shout out to the crew, the people who've been with you all this time. And, we got some new people in there, but, I don't know them too well. But like I said, man, thank you so much. I really feel privileged to be able to participate in your shows and to hear your side. I don't always... Yeah, Carlos Gonzalez, yeah, that's my bestie, so I got to give her a shout out. And then I'm surprised, what's his name ain't on? Yosemite, Top Cat, you know, most of the other people, but, you know, I understand. So, like I said, man, it's been a wild ride with you on 2025, but you always kept us up to date. And you tried to be as accurate as you can, and you do research. So I really do appreciate what the links you go through to keep your show accurate and truthful. I really do. You know, no jokes aside.
Man,
You're doing a great job.
I appreciate you.
Tell everybody about your show.
Thanks, Dorsey. Let me see who this is on the other line, man.
Kissing ass. Hey, what about my Zaza bag? I think I said something.
I got you, Dorsey. Let me see who this is calling. Dorsey ass funny. Let me see who this is.
Huh?
What's going on, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Dale, and I'm calling from Mesa, Arizona.
What's going on now?
Just want to say hi. I love this dude because he's so open to everything. He just like lets it all flow, and I just love it, man. It's a good channel.
Man, I sure do
My first
appreciate
time
it.
here, man. He's a good dude. I just didn't expect it, man. I was really blown away. All right. I really enjoy him because he's so open to everything. It's just what we need right now. We need to stop like fighting each other. I just think it's a beautiful thing, man. He's a good dude.
All right, man. I appreciate you for calling in, man.
Okay, so what happens now?
What do you mean? In what situation?
Do I get to talk to him?
Yeah, this is me. I'm Plug. You on the phone with me right now.
I thought he was like interjecting for like in between him and us, you know?
No, this is me right now. What's up? Let's talk. How you feeling about what's going on?
I love how you listen, you know? It's amazing. It's like you have like, I was married for 17 years and the bitch never listened one time. So like, to see you listening to this dude, who like, I know you don't agree with him, but you still listen. So it's amazing to me. Because I know what you think and what you feel because you tell us. And this guy is like totally like bending all that shit backwards, and you're like, I'm still here. I just love it, man, bro. It's amazing.
Nah, man, I sure do appreciate
When got
that.
through to you, and you wouldn't have like 15 people in between you and I, you know? Kind of cool.
Nah, man, most definitely,
When I
man.
first came here, I was like, another black dude that hates white people. And then when I listened, I was like, oh, this is amazing, you know? And I love it, man. You're a really good dude. Apologize for my supposition. Probably said that right because I'm drunk. Anyways, dude, I just love what you're doing, man.
All right,
and
man.
I enjoy being here.
I sure appreciate
Am I
it,
okay?
man. Nah, you are on there, but we finna wrap this episode up, man. We are finna wrap this episode up, though.
Alrighty.
All right, man. Appreciate you for calling. I hope you subscribe to the channel.
Oh, yeah, I did.
All right, man.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. All right, Chad. See Top Cat saying, wow. All right, man. We finna wrap this episode up, man. We finna wrap this episode up, chat. I enjoyed y'all tonight. We had a really good night, man. We had a really good morning, man. Thank you, everyone. Thank y'all, man. We did have a good talk tonight and this morning. We'll be back tomorrow. It's Monday. I'm excited for tomorrow. We know that Candace is gonna respond to everything tomorrow, so we'll probably be seeing what Candace is gonna have going on, cause she's gonna have to respond to Alex Jones and all of those people. And I'm kind of here for it. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I'm kind of here for it. Darkin, man. Look, Darkin, we can jump into Discord. Y'all said y'all just got here, man. Well, look, we can jump into Discord right now, man, because I got to get off live, man. But we can jump into Discord, y'all. Y'all want to hang out in the Discord, I will meet y'all there, man. Beat me there, don't meet me there, man. Beat me there, don't meet me there. Yes, Dorsey, I take Cash App. It's right there at the damn bottom, man. I take Cash App, Super Chat, all of that, man. We just ain't taking Apple Pay right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll take Cash App, Super Chat, all that, man. But yeah, we finna get in the Discord, man. Y'all beat me there, don't meet me there. What's up, Raheed? Yeah, I set the desk up, but I can't get look. Hold on, let me show y'all this. I can't get this to turn on. Look, chat, this is what I got today. I got a damn monitor today. I know that's all in my face, but look. Damn, y'all can't even see that, can you? Alright, there it goes. There goes, look, this is the monitor I got right here, man. I'm trying to get this bad boy to work, man. I'm trying to get that bad boy to work, chat. How do I turn the camera back around? Alright, yeah, I'm trying to get that monitor to work, but I haven't got it to work yet. Nah, don't pull up over here. I'm just gonna keep it real. Don't pull up. But yeah, I'm finna get ready to get up out of here, chat. I think it's the HDMI. The HDMI, you gave me an 8K HDMI, and I don't know why the hell you gave me an 8K HDMI. Like, what am I gonna do with an 8K? Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what I'm finna do with this 8K HDMI. I'm finna put it back in the packaging, and I'm gonna return it to you because there's not much I can do with an 8K HDMI. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you. It's not compatible with what the hell I got going on over here. Man. It's really not compatible with what the hell I got going on over here. But yeah, I'm finna get in the Discord. Hell is your name on here? Raheed, I'm finna get in the Discord, man. Y'all beat me there, don't meet me there, man. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. We did have a great time. We had the best minds on YouTube, best members on YouTube, best community on YouTube, man. Be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend. Be sure to share this to your timeline. The last person you text doesn't really matter to me. We're 25 subscribers away from the next good sub goal. Tomorrow, we have a big day tomorrow, so be sure to subscribe and have all notifications on. We have Candace coming back tomorrow, talking with Alex Jones. We got Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago tomorrow as well. So we got to be ready for that, man. We got Candace tomorrow. We got Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago tomorrow. Something else is going on tomorrow. Damn. Something else that's supposed to go on tomorrow. I don't know, chat, but yeah, we'll be here, man. Double tap the screen, shut the live out. All right, now, Shane. I'll see y'all on the next one, chat.